Hi, how you doing? A little farther. There we go. So, I tried to do this on Friday. I did not have time. I tried to do it yesterday, and I almost got hit by lightning. So now I'm on the playground at the church, and I'm going to get this done. I promise. And it's kind of important to me what I wanted to talk about. So, but first, how was your week? Was it hot? It was so hot and uncomfortable and raining and a little crazy with the weather. But the sun shines and the grass is green and the sky was so beautiful. And you've got good times and bad times with the summer, and so that's what we're in. We're in the middle of the good times and bad times, right? So how was your week with people? Were you having a good time with people? Were you playing with your friends? Were you hanging with your family? Was there times when you were happy and doing well together, and then other times when you were mad at each other and angry and getting hurt by other people? So that's kind of what I want to talk about, because life is not, which we all know, always positive. Life is not always wonderful. People do not always treat you well, and you do not always treat other people well. And so how do we deal with that? How do we get through so that we can still be loving each other, still be in each other's lives? You have to forgive. When someone does something wrong to us, we need to forgive them. When we do something wrong to someone else, we kind of want them to forgive us. It comes from the Bible. It's in the Bible in multiple places, but in one of them, Matthew 18:21 and 22. There's more to this story, but I didn't want to get into the other parts. But this is, Peter came to Jesus and said, "Lord, when my brother sins against me, how many times do I have to forgive him? Like, should I forgive him as many as 7 times? And Jesus said, I tell you, you must forgive him more than 7 times. You must forgive him even if he does wrong to you 70 times 7. And I think what Jesus is saying here is always forgive. Wow. Why? Let's do another one before we get into why. Matthew 6:14. Yes. If you forgive other people for the things they do wrong, then your Father in heaven will also forgive you for the things you do wrong. That is why. Because God forgives you for everything. If you are truly sorry that you did what you did, God forgives you. That's why we have to forgive. And in Ephesians 4:32, be kind and loving to each other. Forgive each other, just as God forgave you. Ultimately, God forgave us by sending Jesus, and Jesus paying the ultimate price of dying in pain for us. So Jesus is going to do that. We have a responsibility to do that also. Now, forgiving is not an easy concept. So I looked it up about what forgiveness is, and it's if you ask psychologists, they say it's a conscious decision, a decision that you make knowing you're making it, to let go of the anger, the resentment toward a person who did something to you. Let go of the anger. It is not allowing them to do this to you again. It is not saying this was not serious. There's a couple of cases I've seen in the news in the past couple of years where a person was killed by another person, and the family of the one who died forgave the one who killed their child. They did not say, let him out of jail. They did not say he didn't really do it. They just let go of the anger. We want to let go of the anger. There's a process by which we can do this, but why? Why do we want to let go of that anger? And I asked the kids this in Sunday school today, and they said, because you don't want to be angry all the time. That's it. It's really simple, isn't it? You don't want to be angry all the time. So somebody does something bad to you, and they are truly sorry, you can forgive them. You can let go of that anger. Now, Wayne Dyer put a thing out about 15 steps to forgiveness, and I'm going to just say maybe a couple of them. And basically what he's saying is, these are the ways you get to the point where you have forgiven them. You move on. You let go of the act that happened. You allow God to come into your life. Pray. Ask God for help in getting through this. Don't go to sleep angry. Let go of the anger before you go to bed. Instead of blaming everyone else for everything that's happening, take your own responsibility, understand what your part in it is, and understand how you feel. All it comes down to is this. If you do something wrong to someone else and you are truly sorry, just tell them. That's all you can do. You can't wait for them to forgive you. You can't dictate to other people what to do. All you can do is say, I'm really sorry. And then let it go. Maybe they'll forgive you and maybe they won't, but you've done what you're supposed to do. If someone hurts you and you're angry at that person, do you want to stay angry forever? Or do you want to still be there and have that love between you? Forgive them. It doesn't mean that you say you didn't actually do it. It doesn't mean that you're saying it's okay that you did it. Just, I forgive you. Life is hard. It's not what you see on Facebook or on TV. It's not jokes all the time or happiness all the time. It's not everybody having their arms around each other all the time. It's messy. And feelings are involved. And it's going to happen. There's going to be a fight. There's going to be a fight where you know you're right and they know they're right. You can't change other people's minds. You can't control other people. Only thing you can do is control yourself. Only thing I can do is take care of that I'm doing the right thing. And then if I do that, if I forgive someone, I can let them back in my life again. If I apologize, then I am open to them coming back in again. I can't fix what they're going to do. I can only make it so that if they're ready to come back, they'll come back. I don't know. You have to be open. When I'm open to God, I can't tell God what to do. I do, often. God's going to do what's the right thing. But if I'm open to it, if I'm there and I'm listening and I'm just not trying to push my own stuff in, I get what I need. Sometimes it's not right away, but I get it. So, if you have an issue with someone, if there's a fight, or if there's a difference of opinion, and somebody says something that's hurtful, or does something that's hurtful, if you forgive them, you feel better. If you do something hurtful and you apologize, you feel better. Sometimes it leads to the other one feeling better and sometimes it doesn't, but all you can do is your side of it. God said, forgive, and I will forgive you. But you also have to do it because it's the right thing. We are all human. We are all screw up all the time. So if we are truly all human and all screw up all the time, then not one of us, except maybe Jesus, is perfect. So if I keep that in my head, I am not perfect and nobody else is perfect, then maybe I can allow other people to make mistakes and forgive them for those mistakes. Maybe that's the whole point. Love God, love other people. And by forgiving them, you continue to love them. I love you guys. I miss you a lot. But we'll be together soon. Have a great week.